Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Tabmock99, back at you today with another Mortal Kombat video. In this one, we'll be covering a long-running mystery, and it comes from a special request from a user named Lumen. Lumen says, make a vid on what Raiden is saying. You, of all people, could get to the bottom of this. What Raiden is saying during his thunder tackle thingy is what I meant. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You mean the random gibberish that he says when he does his Superman Torpedo move. Now, by the way, did you know that not only do they have him saying this during the games, but they even put it in the film sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. This is one of those topics that Mortal Kombat fans just love to speculate about. I'll never forget that there was an issue of GamePro back in the 90s where they sat down and interviewed John Tobias and even asked him about it. What is it that Raiden is saying when he does the Superman move? And John Tobias responded, he's not saying anything. Originally, we wanted sound technician John Hay, the voice of Raiden, to yell something in Japanese. It just didn't sound right. We then had him start yelling nonsense, and it sounded like he meant something. Although it's amazing, people swear he's yelling, "Get back in the car!" Yeah, my favorite Raiden misinterpretation is, "Your mother's from LA!" And you know, this is kind of a running gag among fans. One of my favorite interpretations comes from the Sprite comic, The Adventures of Spirit Lou by Bezo. In that one, he has Raiden going, "Johnny bought a car!" And Johnny's like, "I did? Sweet!" And of course, the speculation continues even to today. Like in this random episode of a Japanese manga called High Score Girl.
Hey, when Raiden does that flying move, what exactly is he saying?
Huh? What? Sounds like, pass me the mustard, I just bought a car or something.
What? I'm hearing, what was that? Go get them, Raiden! Or something along those lines.
Yeah, right. That doesn't make any sense. You're so silly, Hidaka.
So this is just one of those things that the fans keep returning to. We love to revisit this topic over and over again. Just the other day, I was part of a conversation on Twitter between me, the MVP Houdini, Richard Epcar, the voice actor for Raiden in the newer games, and Lord Raiden 14, who actually kind of initiated the whole thing. Lord Raiden 14 mentioned that he'd once talked to John Hay and asked him personally about it, and he gave an answer along the lines of, totally improvised gibberish on the spot. This is 100% true. And I'm sure it is. I don't doubt that for a second. You know, I'd spoken with Rayon Ali, the author of NBA Jam, the book, and he had interviewed John Hay on multiple occasions. And it was basically the same thing. So I would have had no reason to ever think otherwise. Except that at Combat Con in 2016, I was talking to John Tobias, and he hinted for the first time that there was actually more to the story. He said that whatever it was actually something dirty, but he didn't want to go any more into it. So I knew right then and there that there was more to the story than we've been getting, but I had no idea how I was ever going to solve the mystery. So fast forward to a few months ago, I went down to an event called Free Play Florida, and Dan Pesina was there, and he actually had a panel where he shed some light on the situation. Now, I'm sorry in advance for the bad quality, but you do want to check this out.
Lift his legs and his hips would be correct, and he would look like he's flying. And so we're sorry, this is coming to an end soon. And so Carlos is like, okay, I could do that. So he arranges himself on it, and then he's going to lift his legs, and I see him apprehensive. And then when he lifts his legs, he smashes his balls and goes, "Ah!" like that. And so we started making fun of him, going, "Ah! Ah!" And so eventually in the game, when he's flying, that came from him smashing his balls, because when he flies, he does that, "Whoa!" even though somebody else did the voice, but the idea came from him smashing his balls. So whenever I hear that, I start laughing because I was there from, you know, and again, it's how it grew. It came in from that joke moment, and it just grew into all these screams and yells and craziness that was going on.
And then the other thing is that Dan had a Facebook stream last night, and he shared the same story again, this time in better quality. Check this out.
What are some of my favorite jokes of MK? One of You know what? Something that people don't know, that sometimes I say it when I'm Q&As at conventions, is so we're going to film Raiden's Torpedo. He's going to be flying at you. And so originally John was like, wanted him to bend over. So he's going to bend over and we're going to film his front half, and then he was going to stand straight, and we're going to film his back half to kind of make it look like he was flying. So again, they wanted to put him on a chair, and I thought, again, I was like, man, we were using the stair system that I did create, so that way it would look like we're actually jumping and flying, because if you're on a smaller surface, your body tightens, and there's something visually that people can tell that you're not sitting on an object. It looks like you're actually flying or doing a flip or doing a jump kick. So we're going to position Carlos on this chair, on these stairs, and it's maybe 10, 12 inches wide. So as he's positioning himself on it for the first time, Carlos gets on it and he lifts his feet up, but he was in a position where it smashed his nuts. So when he picked up his leg, he was like, oh, and we were all laughing. And I know that they used that idea later on when Raiden is coming at you, because originally Carlos smashed his nuts when he was actually doing that move. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so that's like one of the jokes of it.
So yeah, this makes total sense. I mean, if you put yourself in this position, bad things can happen. Now, I've heard about people getting injured in the process of making movies and making games and stuff like that, but this is probably one of the worst that I've ever had to think about. So, huge shout out to Master Daniel Pesina for helping us solve this mystery. This has been going on for decades now, and we finally got a real answer. So make sure you follow Master Daniel Pesina on Facebook. I'm putting that link below in the description. And by the way, this actually solves another famous line in Mortal Kombat, one that I think everybody knows and loves.
Oh, my balls!
Well guys, this is one of Mortal Kombat's longest running mysteries, and it's been solved at last. So make sure you leave a like on this video. That helps other people find out about this channel, and I think Mortal Kombat fans deserve to know stuff like this. Make sure you go ahead and tell your friends about this video too. Share it with them, let them see it, and let them know what Raiden's Gibberish actually means. Go ahead and subscribe. You know, I'm doing Mortal Kombat videos all the time. I've actually got one coming out next week. It's going to be about Sub-Zero's scar, so make sure you check that one out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about this situation. Let me know what you think about Raiden's Gibberish. What's your favorite interpretation of what he's saying? Let me know if you think they should bring that sound effect back for Mortal Kombat 11. I know that a lot of people wanted to see that one. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. I thank you very much for being here. I will see you next time. This is Tabmock99 saying, who knows what I'm saying. It's just random gibberish, probably.